Hi everyone, and welcome to this very special meditation practice, which is a Mother's Day meditation, which has been put together to support parents who are bereaved, like myself. And this Mother's Day, we do this every year here at Ellie's Gift. We try to provide a little bit of support where we can to hold space, to show that we understand to some extent how this feels, how heavy this is. And we really hope that this session brings a little bit of comfort. It is only a really short session, so please know that if you've started watching it, that it won't take very long. It might be that you want to watch it on catch up as well. But the aim of this session is just to hold space for all that you have, all that this month brings, all that you feel, for everything really. When we talk about mindfulness and what it is, it's paying attention to the present moment on purpose. And it's not just paying attention to all the nice things either. Sometimes I think that when people talk about mindfulness, they imagine this kind of relaxed experience and calming experience, when actually, yes, the practice can elicit feelings that way. But sometimes sitting with your feelings and noticing what's present can be equally really hard to do. But the therapeutic value of that is incredible, because much of us can spend so much time pushing down grief and filling our life up with things to distract ourselves. And maybe it's that you go shopping lots or drink lots of alcohol, or and all them things, yes, in moderation, for some people can be nourishing in that they bring them joy. But actually, there's only so much we can do to bypass how we are feeling and to kind of cover up all of that. So here at Ella's Gift, we're always big advocates for holding space to hold space for whatever it is that you are carrying every day. Because believe me, I understand how this is when grief isn't something you can put down or put away, or you know expect that it goes away, because it doesn't. It just changes, and life just grows with grief alongside it. And I guess every year we learn new things and we learn new ways, and it shows up in different forms. So Mother's Day especially can be a huge trigger, because I always say I am Ellie's mum. She made me a mum, but actually I can't mother her in the same way as I would have done, because she's not here with me. Well, that being said, Ellie has brought me lots and lots of things to be grateful for, and I can say that now, being many years on. But she has. Because of her, I've met some incredible, strong people. I've been to some amazing places. I have learned what it means to be grateful for the things that I maybe wouldn't have been grateful for. Um, so yeah, because of her, I'm different now. But I've learned to appreciate that. Um, so this practice is about holding space and um, turning towards your own internal sunshine. So the month of March here in the UK, we have, I just have some in front of me here, we have daffodils. Daffodils always remind me of my own mum. And yeah, as I look at a daffodil, I'm reminded of my own kind of identity, I guess, in terms of, I'd like to think that we're all flowers in one big garden, really. We're all different, we're all beautiful in our own little way. Um, but individual flowers need individual things. Like, what nourishes me might not nourish you. So this practice is about turning towards your own kind of um, internal sunshine, like a sunflower turns towards the sun. Like, we can learn to listen and to turn towards our own internal sunshine. And I think that's a really important practice, because in grief, it's about finding things to support us, and also recognizing in that kind of tuning into that support as well, or wanting that support, or connecting with that support can also bring up feelings of guilt and not being worthy enough to access that support. Or, is it the right thing to be enjoying myself now, or should I just feel sad? Because if I don't feel sad, then does that mean that I don't care anymore? Or does that mean that I'm not honoring my grief, or honoring my babies or my babies? And it's not that way at all. In the same way that when an animal is wounded and takes rest, in grief, we need to listen to what we need, and sometimes we might need rest, and sometimes we might need other things to help nourish us. And I think many of us kind of forget about ourselves in the whole kind of process of all of this. So today's practice is about turning towards your internal sunshine. Now, before I lead the practice, I just want to share one of my all-time favourite poems, and the poem is called The Way It Is. Over and over we break open. We break and we break and we open. For a while we try to fix the vessel, as if to be broken is bad. As if with glue and tape and a steady hand we might bring things to perfect again. As if they were ever perfect. As if to be broken is not also perfect. As if to be open is not the path towards joy. The vase that has been shattered and cracked will never, ever hold water. Eventually, it will leak, and at some point, perhaps, we decide that we're done with picking our flowers in anyway, and no longer need a place to contain them. We watch them grow just as wildflowers do, unfenced, unmanaged, blossoming only when they're ready. And my God, how beautiful they are amidst the mounting pile of shards. So I'd like to invite you then to gently close your eyes, or you can lower your gaze. And let's begin in our usual way. If you're used to these sessions now with myself, we take 3 deep breaths, breathing in and releasing the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And just allowing your own breath to return to its own pace and own rhythm. Breathing in your usual way, not changing the breath now in any way at all. So turning towards our own internal sunshine, asking ourselves, what do we need? We can do this by paying attention to 3 things: mind, body, and heart. So focusing first on the mind, on your mind. So just checking in then with your thoughts today. Not necessarily getting stuck in the stories, but just labeling them as maybe future, past, or present. What does the mind feel like? What do your thoughts show you? Sometimes by just checking in this way, we realize that maybe we are going over lots of things in the past, or maybe we are focusing too much on the future. And checking in with the body now, so your physical body. You might want to gently place your attention to different parts of your body now, maybe beginning with the very top of your head, but gently working your way down, touching your awareness on your forehead and the eyes, the nose and the mouth and the jaw and the face, shoulders, front and back of your body, your arms, your hands, fingers and fingertips, hips, lower legs and feet. But just checking in with the whole of your body. How does your body feel? Does it feel tired? Does it feel energized? Does it feel anxious? Does it feel relaxed? How does it feel? Do you need a drink? Are you hungry? And then moving on now to shine a spotlight on your heart. So when we say heart, we mean, or at least in this way, the spotlight of attention, it focuses on how you feel, how the heart feels. Does the heart feel heavy with sorrow? Does it feel open? Does it feel grateful? Maybe connecting one hand to your chest, just as I have, connecting your hand to your body, to your heart space. And collectively considering the mind, the body, and the heart, following it up with a question: what do you need? What's your internal sunshine? Listening to this compass, listening to what you need in this moment. It might be that you recognize that your body feels tired, maybe you need more rest. It might be that you recognize that you haven't drank enough today, maybe you need to focus on hydration. It might be that your mind is too much in the future, and so there may be some benefit in practicing being more in the present moment, connecting with the here and the now. What do you need to nourish you this month, this day? Kind of like mothering yourself this Mother's Day. Mothering yourself, showing yourself care, listening to yourself, recognizing yourself as an individual flower and turning towards the sunshine, the things that you need in order to feel nourished. And then notice your body breathing in this moment now. Maybe your hand is connected to your heart space like mine. Maybe you feel the movement in your body as you breathe in and as you breathe out, following the in-breath and the out-breath. Recognizing that in this space, in this moment now, you are seen. Recognizing that in this moment now, you're not alone. There are other parents on this call just like you who are tuned in, who are watching, who are listening. Maybe people who are watching this on catch up, who also hold you in their hearts and in their minds. Just like I hold you in my own heart, in my own mind, recognizing this very, very difficult time, recognizing the heaviness of Mother's Day in a world where it can very often feel like this is not seen in relation to baby loss. So know that you are seen. Know that you're held. So as we rest here just for a couple of more moments, I want to read again the poem that we began with at the beginning. The poem is called The Way It Is. Over and over we break open. We break and we break and we open. For a while we try to fix the vessel, as if to be broken is bad, as if with glue and tape and a steady hand we might bring things to perfect again, as if they were ever perfect, as if to be broken is not also perfect, as if to be open is not the path towards joy. The vase that has been shattered and cracked will never hold water again. Eventually, it will leak, and at some point, perhaps, we decide that we're done with picking our flowers anyway, and we no longer need a place to contain them. We watch them grow, just as wildflowers do, unfenced, unmanaged, blossoming only when they're ready. My gosh, how beautiful they are amidst the mountain pile of shards. So bringing this practice to a close today, gently opening your eyes if they've been closed. And I just want to leave you with this daffodil, virtually of course, you can see it. Just as a reminder that you are a flower in your own way, beautiful in your own way. And, you know, in life we have many flowers around us and we all need different things. So listen to your own heart this Mother's Day. As I said, be your own mother, mother yourself, mother your grief. And know that we're always here and know that our resources are always here as well. So thank you for watching. If you can consider making a donation this Mother's Day, that would be incredible. Here at the Ellie's Gift Project, all the donations that we receive help to fund our free baby loss support app, which maintains the running cost of it, the maintenance cost of it, and also funds our hospital liaison role, which is Stacey, who covers the northwest of England. So she goes out and delivers training to hospital trusts to get the app to all the places that it's needed. So the app supports families through the birth of a baby that's died. It helps and provides education and guidance as to how to get through that time. And it covers mental health support and practical support. So if you can help us in any way this year, that would be incredible. You can find the link to donate on our Ellie's Gift website. We have a Just Giving page, a fundraising page that we've set up. And we also have a fundraiser this year, which is the Manchester to Blackpool bike ride, which is 62 miles. So we're inviting families to join us as well to raise funds too. So thank you so much. Take care. Know that we're all thinking about you, and we'll maybe see you next month. Bye, guys.